Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Grey-Bearded Summoner, and welcome back to Fire Emblem Heroes, where today we're going to be predicting the upcoming spring banner for 2024, and I have a few ideas of possible participants that would be able to show up this year. As stated with previous prediction videos, a lot of these may be due to my bias and may have no actual grounds for showing up, but then again, sometimes my bias is right, regardless. But that's enough prattling on from me. Let's go ahead and get into the first game, which will be Engage. The first participant, Fagado. Why? Because firstly, he isn't in Fire Emblem Heroes yet, and I believe he would look rather dapper as a male bunny. But not just him. The other possible, because it's probably only going to be one Engage character if we get any. Because they're probably going to go back to the slow drip thanks to the Illusion banner for the last new heroes. So, the other possibility that I feel from Engage would be Goldberry. Again, this is speculative only, but I do believe that if they were going to drop Goldberry, it would either be for bunnies or it would be during summer. If they weren't going to give her own banner. After that, admittedly, my biases are going to start to show through. Because, yet again, Ash. Because the last Ash alt we got was New Year's last year. So, I get the idea we could probably see her. Well, I have the suspicion we're either going to see her in spring or I'd like to see her in summer. Whether or not that happens, I'm not sure. Before we go any further, since I'm bringing up a Heroes character, Greybeard, why not anybody in the current book? It's too early. I don't think they're going to drop anybody from the current book into a special Heroes banner just yet. If they do, the only one I could really see would be Ratatoskr. So, you won't see any current book participants, and because of their recent entry into New Year's, you also won't be seeing the last book either. Now, admittedly, the next two are definitely my bias showing, and we haven't seen them in a while. Specifically being Leviathan, and to the surprise of absolutely no one that's been following this channel for a while, Lake Yarn. Why do I think these two will show up? Well, it's been a while since we've seen them. Both Lake Yarn and Leviathan. The last time we saw Leviathan was a ninja banner and then the next year we saw Lake Yarn and Fjorm in the next ninja banner. So that being stated, and that was a year ago, I believe, a year if not two. So it is possible, but again, my book 2 bias may be showing. A character that actually has a purpose, or at least would have a reason to show up, Bunny Plumeria. Why? Triandra and Freya are both already there waiting for her. So her showing up would actually make a lot of sense. Speaking of characters who would make a lot of sense, Veruca. I understand. Yes, Camilla's been in because she was in the first spring banner. And it's Severa, not Selena, who's in bunny garb from 2 years back. But that doesn't mean that doesn't count. She's still there. She's in bunny garb, and it's not that hard to imagine that Camilla's gonna know who it is. So Baruka getting the next bunny treatment isn't that, I believe, is not that far off base. Now, here's where I'm gonna start going into real territory of these characters just don't have alts, and I would like them to have some kind of attention. Going to 3 houses. Petra. The connecting factor is the fact that Bernie was in last year's. So, Petra being there makes sense. At least one of our other Black Eagles has been a bunny alt before. And also the sheer and simple fact that Petra hasn't had an alt. This is all she's got. Her student outfit. She doesn't even have of course she hasn't had a Brave, thanks to people voting in their favorites, and while she does have a following and is a good character, I would feel, just hasn't had the steam to get into the Brave. Hasn't had the steam to win CYL. Not yet. And the other character that I feel if they were going to do a duo hero, or a harmonic in this case, Athena. Also a pretty much forgotten character, because this is it. And this came out Gen 1. I still use her because she has Sword EXP, and that's useful for when I'm grinding SP for units. So Athena definitely, and again, because they're only in base forms in Fae, it would be very, very easy to have one of them be the lead and one of them be the backpack in as a harmonic hero. Regarding Leggjarn and Levitane, that would also be a possibility for a duo hero. However, Leggjarn would need to be the backpack, as she's already been the point character. And then Baruka and everyone else pretty much would be, because I don't see Fagato and Goldberry being a duo. That doesn't seem to fit exactly. Or at least I don't see it, but there might be more to it than what I'm seeing. Another character that could be a good call, but I don't have an image to display because it just came to me, would be Olivia from Awakening. Any dancer in bunny garb would make sense to me, and she would also be up there with Bernadetta and ultimately not wanting to be there. Again, if I had to take an educated guess, I would probably say of the units I've picked in this list, I'm going to say Banner will be Levitane, Leggjarn, duo hero. And again, Levitane's the point character because Leggjarn already has been. Goldberry is a 5-star. Baruka is the other 5-star. And the 4-star will be Petra. The 4-star is Petra. Because I have a suspicion they would want to, since they haven't given her an alt, they would want to be, air quotes, safe with her. So making her a 4-star would definitely make it, and I know a lot of people that would pull on a 4-star Petra. And then the Tempest Trial, I could see being Fagato. I could see being maybe Mirren, I believe is the priest name you can recruit in Engage. Again, if they double up, if they do more than one unit, or possibly Fram could make an interesting bunny unit and would set up Clan or Vander showing up eventually in Heroes next year, either as a bunny or just as alt units. But that is about it for me. Hope you have enjoyed. Please feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you did. And let me know what you think of my predictions. Am I completely off base? Do you think you might see a couple of them? But until next week, when we'll know who's on the spring banner, because the trailer should be dropping sometime next week. Either next weekend, I believe it'll actually be dropping. But until then and next time, I will see you on the battlefield. Take care, everyone.